Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Sammy Rigaud podcast. My name is Sammy Rigaud. If the algorithm has brought you here, and you stumbled upon my page in this year of 2026, go ahead and subscribe, run up that hype for me, and like this video. That'll help push this through. We got big goals for this year. We're going to have a lot more content throughout this year. Happy New Year to everybody celebrating this year. I got some stuff going on with me that I'll share later this year. I just wanted to get on real quick and talk about this news. Once again, Dr. Jamal Bryant is in the news. He's viral again, y'all. And this time it's different. So, what happened? His wife, Dr. Karri Turner Bryant, uh, he and his wife attended the United Negro College Fund masked ball, right, in Atlanta, the mayor's masked ball. And on December 20th of last year, he attended this. Everybody in the city was there of importance. The who's were there. Dr. Jamal Bryant wore a black suit, white shirt, nice little outfit. And then there was his wife who wore an outfit that caused a lot of drama. She showed up in a gown, flesh colored, black gloves, some lace on it. Go ahead and show the picture. And this went around and it went viral. It circulated the internet, and church folks had a fit. A lot of people criticized the dress, saying that it was too revealing. And because it was flesh color, it looked like there was skin. It was also very tight. And some people were saying it was immodest because it looked see through. And it was inappropriate for the pastor's wife. Dr. Jamal Bryant is the pastor of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. And people were saying it's inappropriate. It's too revealing. And as a pastor's wife, they said that she should not be dressed like this under no circumstance. And they went off on her, y'all. Social media had a fit. And even some of the comments I saw, I was like, boy, y'all having fun with this. Some said that as a pastor's wife, in 2026, there's a way you're supposed to dress. And it didn't fit that. Now, she's a very educated woman. And another thing that made this probably a little bit problematic is, our sisters, they are on the curvier side. And as she had these curves in this gown, it brought attention. People were going crazy. And Dr. Jamal Bryant on New Year's Eve at his church decided to address this. And I have some quotes from his sermon that I want to read to y'all. His response, he defended his wife emphatically. And what he said was the dress was not see-through, but simply flesh-colored. He also says that the backlash was judgmental and rooted in a false barometer of holiness, saying that critics of insecurity and pettiness rather than genuine concern. So the people, he's saying, you guys don't really care about concern for this lady's holiness. You guys were just insecure, jealous, and being petty. That's what he says. He also reminded the people that Karri is married to him and not the internet, and said that he bought the dress, telling critics that their opinions don't matter. In fact, in one part of the sermon, he tells her, I bought the dress. And he says, I told her to, shake it fast, but watch yourself. This is a quote. And if you see the clip, church folk is going crazy because at the end of the day, Jamal Bryant is a fabulous speaker. He's one of the best. There was a clip that came online that resurfaced about his university speech, and he was great back then. So you can imagine how much greater he's gotten over the years. Jamal Bryant also pointed out initially that The United Negro College Fund raised $4 million, and that was overshadowed by the debate of the clothing. Now, I am a little torn because here's what people are saying. People are applauding. There's a group out there that's applauding Dr. Jamal Bryant for defending his wife. Right? Whenever something like this happened publicly, there's going to be that group. This group probably agreed with Will Smith going up there and slapping Chris Rock. Right? It probably, you know, agrees with Russell Wilson and what he's doing, and even like Clay Thompson with Megan Thee Stallion, what he's doing. There's a group out there that applauds him for defending his wife. And we need to see more of that in the media. We need to see that more of that in the world today. There's another group defending Mrs. Bryant and saying that she shouldn't be held to the same standard of Dr. Jamal Bryant because she ain't no pastor. Does she preach? Absolutely. Does she pray? Absolutely. In fact, Dr. Jamal Bryant mentioned that she prayed the house down, right? So, but they're not saying, they're saying that she shouldn't be held to the same standard as Dr. Jamal Bryant because she's not a pastor. She's just the first lady. And to be honest with y'all, first lady ain't really a title in the Bible. Right? It's not a title in the Bible. It's not an office. It's something to be held in the Bible. That that just kind of came, recently and very popular within the black church. That hey, this is the first lady, and that's like she's like the pastor too, kind of thing. And some first ladies get out of hand with it. But some people are saying that's not what it is. Some other people are saying that women get criticized and their bodies get criticized um, more than ever. So some people are upset at that. And our sisters are curvy, and she's a thicker woman. So, the body, the dress hugs her body in a way. And that's why the backlash. A lot of people say, hey, somebody Caucasian or skinny could wear something, and then somebody black who's a little thicker wears it, and it's an issue. We see that all the time. As a teacher, there was in the beginning of the year, there was a bunch of teachers that went viral for wearing dresses, and then they put it side by side next to other teachers who weren't as curvy, and they had problems with the same dress, but we have problems with the curvy one. So there's kind of a ground for that. Some other people are saying Dr. Jamal Bryant is always in some mess. He loves this. Dr. Jamal Bryant is the clapback king. He will make sure that he claps back any opportunity he gets. You know, he's he he's roaming the internet like a roaring lion to see where his name is brought up or where there's kind of smoke about him so he can go and attack it. They're saying he love him some mess. He's always in some mess. I've met Dr. Jamal Bryant in Maryland at the time, where he was the pastor of Empowerment Temple. Uh, we talked for a little bit. You know, I was selling shirts. He bought one, supported. So I don't necessarily have too many bad things to say about Dr. Jamal Bryant. There are some things he say that I don't agree with. I am very fascinated, with his ability to speak and fire people up, but he's good. He's good. And I have a friend of mine, we talk about all the time. We send each other his clips and all this stuff and how he's able to just fire people up. But here's my stance. I don't feel like he should have addressed it on New Year's Eve on the pulpit at his church. I think the problem I have with church a lot of times is we forget the idea that people are walking through those doors, sitting in them pews. People are hurting. People need something. Some people need financial help. Some people need emotional help. Some people need direction. Some people need strategy. Some people need consolation. People need all kind of things when they walk in through your door. And I think we take that for granted. I At the end of the day, Dr. Jamal Bryant used his platform to address a personal issue, and he applied it. He applied the text to his issue and gave it out. And I think that's the problem I have. To me, you don't need to do that. You're very talented. You can open the Bible and speak from it better than me, better than all. He's one of the best we have. But I think in that using his platform for that, I think it gives messy. It gives messy. Like, there's no other way to put it. It gives messy, and the people eat it up because the people love drama. People love gossip. People love slander. People love pettiness. People love clapping back. People love this culture of let me get mine off. Let me say it how I'm going to say it. And you read comments or you even watch the video, folk were clapping so much. You're like, man, like you would have thought he was defending them, you know? And that's my issue with this whole thing. Dr. Jamal Bryant, you're talented. You're a leader. You do a lot of civil rights stuff. People agree with you. And, there's a lot of things you say that I love. But in this instance, I think you're wrong. Y'all tell me, do y'all think Dr. Jamal Bryant was wrong here, or do y'all agree with him? And everything else I said, do y'all think that this whole first lady position that we've made up here, is that a thing? Because to me, it's not, and it shouldn't be. But some people will say, it is. And another thing, before I go, I just thought of this. This ain't even in my notes. I just thought of this. For those of you saying that you know, she didn't ask to be a first lady, or or she shouldn't be held to a standard because she's a first lady. First ladies in the black community get a lot of perks. I DJ events, and the pastor and the first lady, they eat before everybody. If we're at a wedding, they sit closest to the family of the bride and groom. They in a lot of these black churches, the pastor and his wife and the first lady, they have like a couch. Everybody sitting on pews. They have a couch. They fly very well. They eat very well. People buy them gifts. People revere them in this high regard. So if you could accept those praises and you can accept that, then to me, there might be a little bit of a responsibility that you have, and you can't get upset when people hold you to something, because you don't be upset when they be giving you a bunch of other perks and stuff. So you can't have excuses and perks at the same time. Like, you got to pick one. You got to pick one. You're not a victim. You accept a lot of the benefits of being a first lady. And that's true. You really do. You accept a lot of those benefits. So you can you can let people critique you a little bit too and hold you to a standard that they feel. You can go back and forth and admit, what would I do? I'm married. What would I do if my wife was wearing something like that and it didn't, it was revealing and it was a backlash? Would I get on a church platform and do that? No. I'd open up my camera. I turn on my camera. I turn on a light and I record it. Wherever the drama was, that's where I would address it. I would address it online. I would never have taken it in the church, because at the end of the day, there's people in that church that need something different from me, and I'm called to give them something different. So to me, that's where Dr. Jamal Bryant messed up. And y'all tell me what y'all think. My name is the Sammy Rigaud, and this is the Sammy Rigaud podcast. Go ahead and comment right now if you agree, if you disagree. God bless you.